Hey everybody, Tom Hunyadi here, and welcome to another installment of Things We Bought Today. This is a new series that we started a couple weeks ago where myself and my co-host Andy Nichols, we show things in our collection, whether we've picked them up recently or we've had them in our collection for decades. And just having a lot of fun doing this. I've been trying to build my collection pretty much since the start of the pandemic, watching videos from me, Mr. Mayo, and Beetle Brad, showing their collections throughout the years has really inspired me to start building my collection and getting things that I've missed over the years. There's a lot of things that I really wasn't seeking. When it came to vinyl, I pretty much switched over to CD in the late 80s, early 90s, so I wasn't really buying vinyl out there. And the same with cassettes. I had cassette every once in a while. I would buy a cassette, but I was mainly a CD person. And so I've been really having a lot of fun, getting the 45s and the CD singles and a lot of, the vinyls and things that I missed from pretty much 88, 89 on. And it's really fun. So like I said, I've had a lot of success on eBay finding stuff. Missed a few things, but finding them and getting them in the collection, and having a lot of fun listening to the stuff and getting to know it better. So before I start, again, please subscribe, and let's get started. Got a little bit of everything here: cassettes, CD singles, 45s, VHS, and some LPs. So let's just start off with the cassette here. Rebuilding the cassettes series now for about a year now. I haven't been really digging too hard. If I find a good deal on one, I'll pick it up, but it's not like the main goal to get all the cassettes. But like I said, if I see a good deal on one, I'll pick it up. Like this, I found a really good deal on All the Best. This is the American version, US version, whatever you want to call it. All the Best there. Now, I will say that I do like the UK version a little bit better than the US version, but we had to deal with what we got to do. So here you go. There's the clear cassette that we all know and love, and I'm sure you've all seen the jacket. Now, I've always been a big fan of the little illustrations that come with each track. I thought that was a nice little touch from when this came out on on all the formats there back in '87. So there you go. I've always liked this picture right here, Paul. And it's funny with this picture right here. This Once Upon a Long Ago I think this is the picture for that, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's here included in the U.S. version here. So yeah, big fan of this when it first came out. I did have Wings Greatest, and it was nice to have the next greatest hits that had the stuff from the albums that I didn't have yet. So yeah, All the Best. That's the U.S. version. Now, CD singles. I've been getting a lot of the CD singles lately, and filling the gaps there. And the last thing I needed to get was the stuff from Figure of Eight, and I've been finding all of that stuff. So first, I'll start off with the promo Figure of Eight, which is right here. Now, the cool thing about this is it has the 7-inch and the 12-inch version on this promo. And there you go. There's the back. I always kind of like this image as well. So this is the promo version of Figure of Eight. Now, we got yourselves the regular CD single of Figure of Eight. Again, it's a nice little picture there, with the artwork. There's the back. And here's the inside. Now, this has with it The Loveliest Thing and also The Long and Winding Road. Now, the people who have this, they can go in there and scan it. I don't know if you can see it, but on Long and Winding Road, he did one of his switcheroos, and he put McCartney-Lennon, which is always interesting when you have a piece of his work and you see the switch, McCartney and Lennon. So always interesting. So, but yeah, like I said, Figure of Eight, The Long and Winding Road, and The Loveliest Thing here on this. And now, as you can see, it has a spot where you could put the 3-inch version of Figure of Eight, the 3-inch single, CD single. And as it happens, I found that as well, and here's that. Now this is sealed. Oops, as I drop it, this is sealed, and I'm going to keep this sealed. There we go. So I'm just going to leave it right in here. So we'll put the back in there as well. Okay. There you go, figure of 8. This is the 3-inch single. Now, as we know from the World Tour pack from '89-90, he did put a 3-inch CD single of Party Party in there. So there you go. So that's the figure of 8 sets. All right, now we're going to move on to some 45s that I picked up recently, and a show we're going to do in the future with a couple people that I'm a part of an Instagram page. It's called Wings Collector, so check that out. That's on Instagram. Myself, my friends Harry and Don, we've been picking up a lot of the 45s of international picture sleeves, and that's going to be one of the live streams we'll do eventually. Is myself, Andy, Harry, and Don will get up and we'll just show all of the picture sleeves from around the world. And I've been really focused a lot on that recently, especially on the single Another Day, where it was released around the world with different picture sleeves. And I'll show you a couple now. This is one of my favorite images of Paul. This is around the Let It Be January of '69 for the cover sleeve. So this is the Spanish version of, or I should say the Spanish pressing of Another Day. And we'll pull up the vinyl here. I do love this label. It's pretty cool. There you go. Right there. So that's the Spanish. I have here the Italian one, which I really love. I just love the picture, and I love the artwork. I love the yellow, and I love the purple with the headphones. I love the colors that they use for the labeling here. So there you go. And the same thing on that side. And I'll show you the vinyl. This has the regular Apple vinyl there. So pretty cool there. And lastly, another day right there. And this is the German pressing. Okay, so this time we go up top. Okay, and again, it's the Apple label. Okay, there you go. Next up is a French Let 'Em In. Okay, so there's the picture sleeve. I'll turn it around. It's just a square there. Okay, and again, the label is pretty cool, so you can see that. Okay, there's that. So that was fun picking up, and we've got With a Little Luck. Okay, which I believe this is the Spanish pressing. Okay, there's the picture sleeve there, and then there's the back. Okay, and then there we go. We got the vinyl here. All right, still working on the lighting, like I said. So hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, there. All right. Next up is I wasn't even really sure if this was real or not because it wasn't released in the U.S. But this is a European release, and I think a Mexico release as well. And this is the 45 for the Long and Winding Road. Now, this was taken from the Tripping the Live Fantastic, and it's backed with Sea Moon. Now, the funny thing about this is when I showed you the figure of 8, Long and Winding Road, that had McCartney and Lennon. Now, here, he's back to Lennon and McCartney. Hopefully, you guys can see that. So, but there you go. There's the 45. That's Sea Moon. And then here we go over here with Long and Winding Road. So a lot of fun collecting this stuff. Again, I'm really, it's been a lot of fun seeing, just the different artwork on the different picture sleeves from around the world. So, okay, let's get to some vinyl. Now, if you saw the picture leading up to this video, you'll seen the memory almost full, which again didn't have on vinyl because I wasn't collecting vinyl at that point in time. So this is completely different from any kind of other McCartney release on vinyl. As you can see, this was actually more of a poster. And if you have this release, then you know what I'm talking about. So there's the trifold right there, and as you bring that down, you see McCartney right there. So there you go. Now, if you're worrying about the vinyl does, however, come in a sleeve, okay, with the lyrics. There you go. I'll show you this real quick. And there's the label with the chair. And boom, right there. Okay. So yeah, this was another nice addition to the collection. Again, I mean, you see these albums from the 90s and the 2000s, and people are trying to grab them, you know, trying to get a lot of money for them, and some people are dishing them out. I was fortunate enough to find this at a decent price, so I thought it was well worth picking up. Okay, next up, this is I do have this album already, but since it has some extra features on it, I decided to grab this because it was pretty exciting. Again, now if you've seen me on you know, Two Legs and on chats with me and Mr. Mayo, I've talked about, you know, hype stickers and the fact that they really don't do anything for me. Well, I'm kind of changing my tune on that as I see, you know, these still kind of sealed or albums in the shrink wrap with the hype stickers on here. And I'm talking about the Back to the Egg, where you see, you know, Wings, Back to the Egg, and then the hype stickers for some of the songs on there. As you can see, Old Silencer, Spin It On, Arrow Through Me, and Getting Closer. Okay, so, you know, this has been a lot of fun getting these and finding these. Again, they're not too expensive, but they're not cheap as well, unless the vinyl's really beat up. But there's the back again. You know, still a lot of fun to find stuff, you know, still in the shrink wrap and with the hype sticker. So there you go. It's Back to the Egg. Next up is a release that I wasn't really 100%. I wasn't aware of this. I didn't know it existed until, you know, again, you know, going through eBay. Now, we're also going to be doing a series in the future showing all the different versions of LPs, and one of them will be on Band on the Run. Right here with this version right here, I think this makes my 10th copy of Band on the Run. But again, I didn't know about this one. I think this was just an EMI or a UK release only, and that is the EMI 100. So I believe this came out in '97. This is to celebrate the 100 years of EMI, and one of the releases they chose to do was Band on the Run. Now, again, this is the UK version, so there's no Hell on Wheels on there, so it stays true to McCartney's wishes for the record. Okay, there you go. And played this, and I thought it was a nice pressing. It didn't sound terrible. Not the worst pressing I've heard of this record, but it was fine. If you have this in your collection, let me know what your thoughts are on this release. I didn't know that EMI did such a thing like this, so I'm kind of curious to see what other titles they have here in this 100 EMI 100 banner. So if you know, please let me know, and maybe I'll pick some more of these up. Okay. Now, last time, the first episode of Things We Bought Today, I showed you a Taiwanese wildlife. And like I said, I've been finding stuff with the hype stickers and whatnot, and getting those as well. So here we got a wildlife in the shrink with the wildlife Wings wildlife sticker on there. Again, you know, he didn't put the name on there. It doesn't say Paul McCartney anywhere on the front of the jacket. Or on the back of the jacket, for that matter. You know, so you just got there, and then you got the little story, and you got to read the little story to find out that, you know, it's Paul and his new band Wings, right? So But yeah, this was a lot of fun to pick up. Again, oh yeah, don't want to do that, huh? I've always loved these images of Paul and Linda in the pool. You know, always fun to see. Okay, so there's that. One more record here. Now, again, like I said, I showed you a Taiwanese wildlife, and now here I've got a Taiwanese McCartney. Okay, interesting thing is they got the back cover for here in the U.S. as the front cover, right? And then on the back, it's got the gatefold on the back. And I love the little logo here. I really love finding these Asian pressings, if you will, and I love the labels right here. You know, again, they're not the best sounding records, but I didn't think this sounded terrible. But again, it's fine. And I'm just gonna keep. The more I see these, the more I'm gonna keep picking them up. And so there you go. Okay, last but not least is a VHS of a thing. If you're my age or older, you know, this is what we had. We didn't have the Beatles anthology. We didn't have all of the, the things on YouTube that you see nowadays. But I'm talking about none other than the Compleat Beatles. Now, when I went to go visit my dad, in the late 80s, we would go to the old mom and pop video stores, right? The VHS stores before, Blockbuster ruled the world. And this would be always one of the things that I would want to pick up if they had it. And, more times than not, they had it, and I would always get it. I'd take it back to my dad's, and it would always be the first thing I would watch. And I just really loved this VHS. We watch it so many times growing up. And, I've had multiple opportunities to buy this. I do have it. My cousin David made a version for me on a DVD, and I've got it there. But just seeing this in the store just brought back so many memories. So this was, absolutely a nostalgia buy right here. And I'm actually going to get a VHS player again and watch this on VHS and just reminisce about the days of watching this back in the mid to late 80s, and the good times. I love Malcolm McDowell on this. I thought he did a great job with the narration. The stories were fine, and just a good, altogether good time. Before there was the anthology, we had the Compleat Beatles. Okay, so that's it for this installment of Things We Bought Today. Like I said, please subscribe, and we will see you soon. All right, everybody, take care.